Hey guys, Greg Clesius, Gulf Coast Fishing Homes Realty. This is our last Hurricane Idelia update. Today is Thursday, right about 10 a.m. So one of the lessons that I personally learned during this hurricane, the first lesson is when you go to pull your boat out and you've had your trailer sitting by itself in a yard and you haven't maintained it. Before you go get your damn trailer, pump up all the tires. Make sure that you have the stuff that makes your trailer work. Don't run around like an idiot hoping, okay, it'll work, I'm just gonna go with it. Because I blew a tire or pulled a tire off of the rim of my trailer because I didn't take the time to stop, pump up all the tires, get the clamp that I need so I can put it in reverse to get it where I need it to go. And the frustration with that cost me 2 hours when, if I'd have done it right, it had taken an hour. That's number one thing I learned. So maintain your trailers year round. And when you go to pull your trailer, if you haven't done anything during a hurricane, spend the time to make sure your trailer's gonna work. My dad blew an axle on his trailer too. So those things happen. Number two lesson that I learned. I convinced myself that this was going to be all or nothing. That we were gonna get 6 feet of water or we weren't gonna get anything. And if I'd have just spent 3 or 4 hours sandbagging my house in Hernando Beach, I would not be dealing with the water I got in my lower area. Because as little as 2 runs or 3 runs of sandbags would have fixed that and the water would have not come in my lower area of my house. Lesson learned. Now, in my Hudson house, what we have as a rental, we got 2.5 feet there. I don't know if sandbags would have helped that, but it could have kept the water from being 2.5 to a couple of inches. So if you got the opportunity to sandbag, they do work. They're not gonna stop 6 feet of flooding, but they're gonna stop a foot. The number 3 thing is, don't assume it's over till it's over. Yesterday morning at 7 o'clock, I was doing the victory dance. It was just over our seawall down low. The storm was way north. It had already gone on shore. And I was doing the victory dance. I thought this is over. I thought we dodged another bullet. And in 30 minutes, the storm surge came in. And it came up about 1.5 feet in 30 minutes. And that water's the water that got in our house. And 3 hours later, it was done. The next thing I think you should know is we ran a really small Ryobi generator, and that was the good thing we did. Running that generator, I was able to run the refrigerator, a fan, the TV, and we have a portable Wi-Fi device that can run our whole house. That really saved us. We were out of power about 12 hours, but we had food in the refrigerator that was running off of and I'm talking, this thing is one of the small ones you can carry with your hand. Great idea. I had plenty of gas for it. I could have gone a day. It would have been comfortable with no air conditioning, but that was a good thing. I'm gonna end on this note. Make sure your neighbor, the thing I learned too is don't assume your neighbors have the same thoughts that you have. We have some great neighbors that are older. I was lucky enough that I saw them trying to get in their car to drive out of here when the roads were flooded 4 feet. I was able to stop them, get them to come up to our house, which is a stilt house, and make sure they didn't put themselves into trouble. I told them casually the day before, hey, if it gets bad, come to our house. They didn't listen. But when I'm standing in the yard and me and a buddy of mine who are with me at the hurricane are carrying their stuff high, wading through the front street to get them to our house, that was something that you got to make sure your neighbors are okay. And I casually talked to the guy about it. He kind of blew me off, but I was really glad I was looking out the window at the time I saw him trying to leave with his wife. Make sure they know what they're doing. Thank you so much for watching these updates. My name is Greg Clesius. I'm broker owner of Gulf Coast Fishing Homes. I'm going to end with one real estate thing. My first impression is that single level homes, after we now have to say it flooded in 2023, are become a little less valuable along the coast because a lot of them got flooded. Well, I think stilt homes are really going to go up in value because there's going to be such a demand for people wanting to move out of a single level house and move up to a stilt home to have that. We don't have to worry about 6 inches of flooding. And literally, my floors just got glazed with water, but it's going to have to pull up all the floorings and redo all the baseboards. It's going to be a pain in the butt. But we're very lucky and very fortunate. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Just give me a call if I can help. 813-394-4356. I've got a couple of good contractors that I know that I can get you on with. All right? Thanks now.